All right, come on in, come on in. We are at the end where it's time for us to close off Lifesaver and make it official. I'm also going to add a border. I'm going to use this yellow that you see here for an extra pop. Not that this really needs to pop anymore, but I think a yellow border around it is going to be really pretty. As I was knitting, what I saw the most coming out in between the colors was yellow, but to me, not enough of it. Not as heavy as I see the green, the purple, the pink, red. And I think the yellow would look good. So we're gonna try it. We're gonna try it. So grow quiet with me. I'm gonna close off this blanket. Actually, don't grow quiet with me because I can use this to show you how to close your blanket. You do not have to add a border. You do not have to add a border. It is totally your call. For those of you who are wondering if I liked this, this yarn, I absolutely recommend the baby. It's called Baby Bee. I can't ever remember. It's called Baby Bee Cuddly One Fruit Flavored, and it's at Hobby Lobby, and it's $7.99 a skein. I absolutely recommend you all using it. I love it, love it, love it. Easy to work with. Easy to work with. All right, we're just gonna close this off now. I have two choices on how I want to close it, and I think what I will do is I'm going to take 2 loops at a time and combine them together, and then I'll take my working yarn and weave it through like so. So here are the 2 loops. I'm going to put in the working yarn to make another loop, right? And then I'm going to fold it over like such. And when I fold it over, then I'll add or bring on the next loop that's in position, okay? So you might not be able to see that too well, but it's always gonna be in pairs. And you don't need to pull too tight because you don't wanna end up closing your end in. So 2, take my working yarn, and then I'm gonna go through the 2 loops, and then I'll fold it over and grab the next loop that's in position, okay? So grabbing 2, taking my working yarn, going in, and then folding over, and I'll just keep grabbing the next loop. The working yarn that you made that extra loop is the one that you then fold over to grab the next loop. And that's really as simple as it is for the step. And you'll see where it's closing it in. It has that braided effect, like your starter chain. Again, don't pull too tight because you don't want to close your blanket, and that's not the intent here. We're gonna close this off. I'll grow quiet while I do it. And just remember, it's 2 loops that you grab. You take your working yarn and go through both loops to form another loop. You fold that over and grab the next one. You fold your working loop over now and grab your next loop. Take your working yarn, go through the 2 loops, fold over your working yarn, and grab your next loop. And that's all it is for this method. All right, so we are at the end with closing that off, and I'll show you how I tie it off. But basically here it is. Now you have no more open loops. Everyone has been closed in. So we're going to cut, just cut a little bit. Leave yourself a working yarn strand basically. And there's no rhyme or reason here, but I'm gonna pull it through. I'm gonna fold this loop over and then secure it, wrap it in with my working yarn and my end piece. So now you see that's folded in. And I'm just gonna continue to wrap that working yarn in until I get it to the spot that I wanna fuse it. For the entire video, you did not see me using a lighter because, as I said to you all, this yarn is very thin. But for the closing of this, I will use fire. So I want to secure it for sure. If that'll work, we'll see. Did not want to catch. If you burn your finger, rubber rub, because it's hot. Or you might feel like you're burning your finger and it's the heat. I don't like fire. Hopefully you don't either. So the heat is pretty hot. So that worked. The heat is hot. All right. So here's how that looks now. So you have the blanket. Now don't forget, we still have this tail hanging out here. So we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna wrap it around, fold it on in. I'm gonna end it perfectly with its match. It's purple. It just worked out that way. Again, you're not burning the yarn. You're looking for that little fiber material that's inside. Some people say plastic. Some people say wicker. You'll be able to feel that string. That's what you're trying to burn and have it melt to the string of the other side of the loop that you're putting it in. All right, so that worked. That's pretty tough. So if you were done, no border, then you would be able to seal this blanket off. Here we go. Beautiful. Okay. But we are going to be adding a border. So come with me as I add the border. You have 1.5, really more than a half, of skein left. So this took 7.5 skeins, and it's a 40 by 40. All right, so I like it. I like it. Let's do the border yellow. And let's close this baby off. Yep. This is my starter blanket. For those who haven't seen it, might not be the prettiest, but it is my favorite because it's my first. All right, so with the border, adding the border, you're going to basically fold this to make a loop, and you're going to go to your end and look for it. This is going to be hard to do on this, but you're basically going to grab every time you see the loop where it's two. If you were in person, you would be able to see this, but basically you're going to take the loop and everywhere that you see two. So you see you got blue right here, and then I've got this red piece. So blue and red. I would be grabbing those two and then taking my loop and going through like so, okay? But that's not where I'm starting this one. I wanted to just show you because that's an easy color to see. I'm gonna start right here at the end, and I have two, a blue, and then I've got the green. I'm going to take my loop that I've made, and I'm going to stick it through. To create a loop, okay? I'm gonna look for the next two, and now I'm gonna feed it through and create my loop. Once I've done that, I join it together just like how we did when we closed off the blanket. Take my working yarn, go through, fold over, and I'll do that all the way through, okay? I'm gonna do that all the way through. Look for two loop areas, take my working yarn and move it through, fold the two loops together. So put the two loops together, take the working yarn, go through it, the two loops is the it, and then fold over, okay? If you're a tight knitter like me, be patient as you're looking for the space that you're gonna go through, and you might have to work with it. That's okay. All right, I'm gonna grow quiet as I add, and you guys just join me. All right, we have one side completed. Now we'll turn our blanket and start on the next. I'm gonna unfold it at this point since we are on the longer side. All right, so we finished our second. Take a look, and we'll move on to the next side. This yellow, this yellow is popping, guys. It's doing exactly what I thought it would. It's a beautiful accent for this blanket. know you guys can't see what I'm doing, so let me come up a little bit. So just a reminder that you're looking for the 2, and you can see it better on this side. You're looking for the 2. You go in between every 2 and take your working yarn and then go through those 2 loops you've made and fold it over and look again. So 2. Now you have the 2 loops. You have the 2 loops, 1, 2, put it together. Take your working yarn and go through the 2 loops, pull it, make it a 3rd loop, but you collapse. So take that working loop you just made and you collapse the other 2 down. Lock it in. Then go through your next 2. Now you got 2 loops again. 1, 2. Put those 2 together. Take your working yarn and go through the hole, collapse the 2, and take your working yarn and pull it up. That's all you're doing for creating the border. I told you all there were two that I know of ways that you could create a border, and this is the one that I'm using for this blanket. All right, we have made it to the end of our 3rd side, and I need to add another skein. So we're gonna add another yellow skein. So if you do borders, you wanna make sure you have enough skein with your yarn to make sure that you can do borders. Borders does not require, they don't require a lot of yarn. So I just use about 80% of a yarn, and then I'm gonna use maybe about 20% of this round. It doesn't require a lot, but you need to make sure you have enough on hand. I don't ever wanna be that person that gets to almost the end and realize I don't have enough to finish my border. If you want to know how to fuse, there are videos. You can go to my TikTok or YouTube account or even on Facebook, and you'll see the tutorial I have posted about fusing. If you look at my early on videos, you'll see that All right, so we are finishing the last side for the border, and this is looking absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. I can't wait until the boys get home and Coakley Bear get home and they can see the final product. And if I stay on task, they'll see the next one I've started. So let me grow quiet. Just let you all know I'm on that last side, and I'll come back on shortly because it will not take long. All right, guys, we are at the end of that 4th border. I'm going to close it off and then I'll come back and talk with you all. So I paused a little bit ago because the oldest called, but now my second oldest, I should say, has called, and I can hear the youngest and Coakley Bear in the background. So let me close this off and I'll be back with you all shortly. All right, guys, I'm back. Give me 1 second, Nehemiah. I'm back. We have that beautiful yellow border now added to our blanket. I just want to do some quick measuring, and then we'll hold this up and let you all see it. All right, with the border added, our starter chain area is now about 37. And we are at 40 once we go up. So about 3 inches of a difference, but that is okay. So let me stand and show you guys the final product. I cannot wait. Nehemiah, I cannot wait till you guys come home. Take a look. Take a look, guys. Take a look. All right, so I'm gonna go do the big reveal video where we roll it and you can see it a lot better. So just be patient, and thank you for joining me. Go back, make sure you watch from the beginning. That way you could catch all of the different parts. And I think I've lost count. I think we have a total of 4 or 5 parts, but don't miss any of them. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you for joining me with LifeSaver.